Hello. How is everyone this fine Thursday evening? Are you guys ready to do some? Oh, I muted you.
Everyone this fine Thursday evening.
I
Are you guys ready to do some? Oh, I muted you.
I muted the computer. Okay, making sure Alexa was gonna start talking to me because I said the c word. Um, I muted the computer, but for some reason it didn't mute the tabs. Like how? Oh, come here, come here. I know. Hi. Say hi. Say, I'm a good boy. Are you a very good boy? You are a good boy. Did you hear me talking to myself and you were like, woo, mommy's live! Mommy's live! I know, right? Like, you mute the computer. You expect it to mute the computer. Oh my gosh. Now, just as a reminder, it says that we've got 2 people live watching, 8 people that are watching a playback. So remember, if you want to see more of the interactive view, hover over the bottom left part of the video here. So, like, hover over somewhere, like, right down there, where it says the. It's got that, when you hover over it, you've got that little red live button down there, or that red, it says click that button. If it doesn't have a little red dot on there, then you're not watching the latest video. So make sure that you're clicking that before we get started, so you're not stuck in YouTube repeat cycle stuff. Yeah, it's weird. So the last time we did one, Sharon, in fact, I'm going to go do it right now. The last time we did it, it pinged it twice, which is weird. Okay, so here is, nope, that's not it. That's not it. This is it right here. So copy, and who is streaming? At everyone, we are live on YouTube. And then there's the direct thing. Fantastic. Yes. Send. Beautiful. Okay, let's go back down to mod live chat. And hey, Miss Elvane. I am very happy that you're awake and that you're here and you didn't fall asleep and you got home. Thank you very much, ma'am. No. Hi, Mr. Marley. I know. So, I apologize ahead of time. My husband has a cold, so if he sneezes, I may have to stop and start and redo the thing, redo some video stuff. Also, our new kitten is apparently a pain in the rear. Stop. I know it'd be skill. You falling asleep, just making sure. This kitten likes to get into everything and anything. And yeah. And she just wants to be all over the place. Yeah, no, hopefully I don't get a cold. I think that it's because of the new kitten. And because he's allergic, so it takes a little bit for him to get used to them. And so I think it's the new kitten. And she's very fluffy and soft. So I think it's, yeah. She's just getting into everything. Ranting hamster. That's O Mouse, right? Am I remembering correctly? Oh, her, and she was down here, and then of course I had to go upstairs and get something. Her name is Mooncake. So her name at the rescue was Oatcake. And hey, Scott. And so apparently Mike is watching some anime that is an alien. Oh, Bookworm. That's what it is. Hi, Bookworm. Like, I knew. Yeah. And so he's watching some anime that's got like this alien green thing called Mooncake, and so he called her Moon. Yeah, it's his cat. He got to name her. He named her Mooncake. So, yeah. We have a cat named Mooncake now. So I call her Miss Moon. He doesn't like it. He says her name's Mooncake. So I'm sure she will make an appearance sometime tonight. So here's the plan tonight. We're going to start with the first part of block number 1 Block number 3. So we're going to start with the first 2-hour section of block number 3. If I still have time at the end of the 2 hours, then I will do the filming for block number 3 and block number 4 for the Pixelated Quilt along that we did a year ago, so that I can get the video edited and get that up. Well, no, we haven't gotten a video of her jumping. That's the thing, right? Oh, yes. Yeah, I could see that, Sapphira. I could see that. Yeah. So yeah. So that's what we'll do today. Now, I am just going to do the 2 hours today, 2 hours next week. Now, we have a small problem that I think I have solved. If you are watching live, because you are, making these along with us, and you saw the live schedule on my website, you may have noticed I changed some of the dates for the live classes. I did find out that none of the shops are actually having the classes live in their studios. Instead, they're having like an open sewing when they can, and then people can come in and out, and it's great. So it means I can change dates if I need to. Because in the month of January, I'm going to be in California for Road to California during the time that we're supposed to be filming block number 4. So what I've done is I've changed the dates. If you go to my website, quiltoni.com, and you look at the Halloween Quilt Along site, you'll notice that I've changed January is now going to be the first Thursday of February, and it is a 4-hour class. I'm going to go from 5:30 to 9:30 and just hit the whole thing out in one go. And then block number 5 in February is going to be the next Tuesday, the second Tuesday. So that one is the first one as it's scheduled, but instead of just a 2-hour, it's going to be a 4-hour. Because the next week, I'm going to be back down in Maryland for KatsuCon. And then we're back on schedule. Now, March, I've been asked to speak at a quilt guild, so I may move one of March's as well. I'll figure it out. So that's what I'm going to do, is if I can't just push it back a week or forward a week, at that point, then I will just, I'll just make something a 4-hour. Because I don't want to get too far behind is the problem. And I think that's just going to make more sense if we do it that way. Now, to today's, I have a problem. I brought my iron mats and cut it, and my portable iron mat to my parents' house in case I needed it while I was streaming there. I left it there. I got a new iron cover for my ironing board. I was like, oh, well, I can do that. I left that one too. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I didn't leave it. Maybe I didn't. Let me go check one more place for that iron cover. No! I didn't leave it. I had it mixed in with the bags. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to use this. Heat reflective ironing board cover. So I should be able... Let's open this up. This is the new cover for my ironing board. I got it for the race. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. So if you have not yet registered, our next sewing race is going to be this Saturday. This Saturday. All right. Well, that's not going to work because that's not going to work. All right, well, never mind. At least I have this for Saturday. Okay, so plan B. So what I had decided for plan B, so if you want to register for the race, make sure you do that because I'm sending out the email tomorrow with the Zoom link. It is, you know what I should do, Miss Elvain? Can you, let's see, donations, donate URL, campaign URL, copy. Here is the URL. If you can copy that, and I'm putting it in mod chat, if you can copy that and put it in there, and I am keeping an eye on it, so if anyone donates in between chatting and stuff, I can basically say, oh, hey, here's this thing that happened, and No, I don't want you to be getting big. I want you to go right there. There we go. Okay, so I can see when people donate even whenever I'm streaming here on YouTube. All right, so I've got that. I've got that. Yeah. So if you can pop it in YouTube chat, so if anyone wants to do that, just because I want to make sure people have that link if they want to race on Saturday. Yes, I put it in YouTube chat, and then I put it in mod chat. So if you can put it in YouTube chat quite often, is what I mean. Not like right this moment, but like later on, as we want to do that, right? As we want to do it. Okay, so backup plan. This is what I'm doing for the ironing board. You ready for this? You ready? Ready to see? Ready to see? Ready to see? Nice. So you're gonna try to do best in show? That would be amazing, Sapphira. All right. So this. It's gonna be a little awkward because it's smaller, but I can make this work. So this is a wool pad, and I'll explain this a little bit later whenever I actually go to use it. But here we go. Yeah, bookworm. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I am actually borrowing my mother's until mine comes. So if you use a wool pad, yeah, I've got my iron. Yeah, I've got my iron solution. So if you use a wool pad, put a towel under it. If it's not on an ironing board. So there we go. All right. So I think we're good to go, right? I think we can get started. All right. I need a pen that can go that way. Yeah, exactly. In 3 weeks. I'll be back in Maryland in 3 weeks. Oh, and here's my pen. All right. So I got block 3. Perfect. All right, I think I'm good. You guys ready? You ready to do some sewing? Do you want to be streamer? Marley is giving me the eyes. He wants to be streamer dog. Oh, and by the way, if you can be here tomorrow, I came home yesterday to 4 boxes of fabric from Northcott. So I am going to be opening all of the boxes of fabric on tomorrow's stream. Yeah, he's right here too. And adding it onto my website. And I know he went with me, but you know how he is. And then I'm going to be giving a discount code for end of year clearance for 20% off everything in my store. And then we're going to go through my store and figure out any fabrics that I have had for a long time that I should discount even more, and try to, move some of the stuff that's sitting here and see what I can do. So, yeah. So that's tomorrow's stream. I'm really excited, and of course, puzzle of the day. Tomorrow, Olivia is getting her spay, so I will be ending stream about 3:30, just so we can make sure to go and take care of that. So, all right. That's on Twitch, though. Let's do YouTube. Let's do this. So, let me hit record. That way I don't have to download this later. Alright, and then I'll do my intro and my outro for this next Thursday. Fantastic. Alright. The first step, whenever... Oh, wait, you know what I didn't do? I didn't mute my phones. Let me mute my phones, just in case. Yeah, that means that Olivia's probably going to be adopted next week. Because she finally has her spay. Okay. Alright, let's do this. The first step that you want to do is I like to print my pattern out. If you have it printed out, it's easy to write on here and to make notations. And the reason, of course, is because we're pulling fabric and we're pulling strips from previous blocks. So step number 1 should be print your actual pattern out, that you can go through and take a look at that. Then you want to grab your fabrics. So in this case, our fabrics are orange, light yellow, dark blue, and apple green. So I've got my fabrics ready to go. And we've got those. Now, here's the trick, right? We have to take a look at previous blocks. If you're making this block as a standalone, okay, or not, so I can skip that. If this block is being made as part of the Pixelated Halloween Quilt along, use the following strips from previous blocks and do not cut additional strips of them. Deduct this number of strips from the chart below. All right, so I've got my previous blocks. So let me open this up. And I need the apple green strip. Okay. Now, if you do what I do and you cut 2 strips sometimes, you want to grab both strips. Basically, you want to grab all the solid. Now, in this case, I think I just have the 1 strip. Okay, so there is our green. So right here, it's a 2.5-inch strip. I can put 0. Then I need my light yellow one. Now, my light yellow, whoops, here I am knocking things. My light yellow, I have a couple of pieces. So I've got that one. So I don't need to cut that. And I've got both of those, and that's it. So I can take that and set it aside. And now what we want to do is we want to cut these strips. So I'm going to cut 2 orange of the 2.5, 1.5, and so on and so on. Now remember, I put a 0 right here for the light yellow and a 0 for the apple green. So I won't be cutting those. But everything else, I'll be cutting it just like it is. If you want some tips and tricks on how to cut these strips and to do all that, take a look at block number 1 for the Halloween Pixelated Quilt Along. I walked through all of those steps in that video. Okay, did I see a Gabby? Hey, Gabriella! Voy? Wait, what is Voy? FYI. Gabriella, what do you mean Voy, FYI? How are you? Okay. All right, where was I? All right, let me go do that. All right, let's cut these. All right, so I've got these 2. All right, let me do my green. And I need my ruler. There we are. Okay, and then green. I don't need any 2.5s. I just need a single 1.5. Okay, so there we are. Perfect. And then there, perfect. And then orange. I need 2 2.5s and 2 1.5s. Here we go. So 2 2.5s and 2 6.5 and 8 1.5s. Okay. And then there. And then blue. Same thing, 2 and 2. There we go. Alright, I do have to square this one up because it looks like the edge is a little wonky. 6.5 and 8. There we go. Perfect. And there. And there. I'm glancing while I'm cutting and while I'm looking this. I'm watching the St. Jude donation stuff. In case anyone does a donation, I can say thank you. Now remember, if you don't follow me on Twitch, let's see, yellow, we're doing 1.5. We are, every $5 that you donate to this campaign, you get a chance to win some amazing things that people have donated, including quilts, a custom leather purse. There's all sorts of amazing, awesome, fantastic things. And I cut my finger a little bit, and that's okay. It's not bleeding too bad. Yeah, it's good. It's good! This is good. This is fine. This is fine. Alright. There we go. Yes. No. Oh my gosh. There's so many talented folks, Sharon. I completely agree. There are so many talented folks that have done it. Yes. Yes. It is juice of myself, of my veins. Hey, really quickly, while I'm in fast forward mode, if you bleed on your quilt, if you bleed on your fabric, how do you get it out? Anyone know? Okay. Yep. Still bleeding. All right, we have both of our strips together. We've got our 2.5 and our 1.5 strips ready to cut, ready to go. So now we want to take these strips here and I'm going to cut them into the smaller sections, which is the next step down here. So I'm going to cut these into 4.5, 2.5, and 1.5 inch pieces, and then set them aside. Now I forgot my travel ironing board when I was on the road, so I'm going to use my wool mat. Well, if we use a wool mat, which traps all of the heat and moisture, it will actually keep some of that condensation in. So I want to prevent the condensation to go to my actual cutting mat. So I'm going to take a towel and lay the towel down and then my wool mat. Just a little tip and little tips and tricks that you can use and you can do. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to iron all of my 2.5 inch strips, and then I'm going to cut the pieces from those strips that I need for my quilts. Speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. It is, no, Sharon, you didn't know the answer? It is your saliva. It has to be your own saliva. So it's nature's alkaline. So it's basically, if I were to bleed on something and then you were to use spit on it, it wouldn't get rid of it. It wouldn't get rid of it at all. But if I bleed on it and I spit on it, it dissolves it. Your own saliva will dissolve your blood. So that if you cut yourself and you bleed on anything, don't worry about it. Just spit on it. And then if it's a gift for someone, throw in the washer. It's not a problem. Yeah, no, and it's something I actually talk about it on and off a bit. Just because, again, I cut myself here. But it's one of those things that as sewers and quilters, we do those things, right? Like, we cut ourselves when we bleed on stuff. All right, let me... All right. Now, the nice thing, if you haven't used a wool mat, I love, 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 love wool mats. It really helps trap in that moisture. And I'm just going to set that right there. I'm just going to do all my ironing first. Yeah, no, it's, yeah, no, little things you pick up over the years. Oops. So, and I have not yet gotten my Oliso iron yet for the race, but I needed it because we all know that it's funnier whenever you tell me I can't iron and I've got the gloves on and I don't have the touch sensitive. So if you make me wear gloves and then I try to iron, I have to use my face. So I made, this is my mother's. I borrowed my, my mother's iron just for the race this weekend. And then I'll bring it back to her whenever I go back down there in 3 weeks. Okay, so that one is ready to go. And then let's do the green. There we go. Alright, so then now, let's cut our pieces. So the yellow, I need 2 1.5. Okay, and then set that aside. And and that goes up there. Green, I need 1 2.5 and 3 1.5. There we go. Leave the blood in as a symbol. Oh my gosh, Scott, yes. You know, Scott, I would if you were closer. I'd be like, hey, can I borrow one of yours? So they have not sent mine yet. I am getting one of the new ones. They haven't sent it yet, though, because they want to get all your stuff out first. Okay, and then I need 1 of those and 3 of those. Okay. And then orange. Now remember, I like to lay them and cut them 4 at a time. Okay, so I need 4.5. Okay, and then 2.5. 1 2.5, 2.5, and then 6 1.5. 1.5. There's 4, and then I need 2 4.5s and 2 1.5. So 4.5, 1.5. Perfect. There we go. Oops. I apparently didn't cut through that all the way. There we go. Beautiful. Right? And it's not even living on the other side of the country. It's living on the other side of the country in a different country for me. Okay, so we've got those and that. One of these days I will head that way. One of these days. Or maybe one of these days you may decide to go to Gen Con or Dragon Con instead of PAX. Okay, and then last but not least, our blue. We've got 7 4.5s, and then 7 2.5s. 1 2.5. 2.5, and then 10 1.5. 4 8. I can take 1 away, and 10. There we go. Perfect. And then I can do that. All right. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. No, we just need to build a compound. We need to build a compound somewhere with, and we need to bring neuro, so we have a doctor that can take care of us, and we just need to have a compound, and then we'll all be happy. So we don't need, like, our own country. We just need a compound, in one of the countries. Okay. Back to instructions. And that's page number 1. So we're going to take page number 1 and set it aside. Now, number 2. Step number 2. We're going to take our 1.5 inch strips and we're going to sew the right sides together for each of the following combinations. We need, let's see, an orange to a dark blue, an orange to a light yellow, a dark blue to an apple green. So we got 3 combinations. So let's go ahead and head over to the sewing machine and get these sewn together. I was talking right at the end when he did it. Did you hear my husband blowing his nose? He's really loud when he does it. Do I have to re-record that stuff? Have a fantastic night, Sharon. Thank you for being here. Hi, baby. I love you. Marley's like, Mama, I love you. So did anyone hear him blowing his nose? Do I have to re-record that? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. Scott didn't hear it. Anyone else? If one of the person says they did not hear it, I'm okay. I can hear it quite loud. But apparently the mic is awesome. Thanks, Sharon. All right, go home. All right. Whew. All right, let's sew these strips together. Now, whenever you sew strips, I do have a YouTube tutorial all about how to strip. Basically how to sew strips, and I show my technique. So I'm going to show it just really quickly right here, and then I'm going to speed up the video. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how to quickly sew these strips together, take a look at that video. It is linked down below. All right, so I don't need to have a piece of fabric in there for my chain piecing yet. I'll do that later on. And what I do is I put my finger in here, I put the rest of my fingers underneath, and my thumb on top. And then I literally, you can see I put my hand back and forth, just like this, in order to have it all lined up. So let's speed up the video and come back, and I'll show you how to, the next step of cutting and ironing, and then cutting all the pieces. So yeah, so remember when I was debating, I didn't know if I should do those classes while I was on the road somehow, or if I could change them and have them here in the studio. Well, after a bunch of debate and consideration, I decided that just having it in the studio here would probably be better. There we go. Make sure you shake these out. Shake, shake, shake them out. And remember, you do not need to iron them. If you're just sewing strips together, you're going to iron them anyways after you sew them. Okay, and then last but not least, oh, and if you didn't catch it earlier, tomorrow's stream is going to be cut a little short because it is Olivia's spay. Now, initially on the calendar, I was going to do free motion quilting. That is now going to wait because I have a whole bunch of fabric from Northcott that we're going to get added onto my site. And then I'm going to go through my site. I'm going to lower prices on fabric that hasn't moved at all. It's just kind of sitting there because I totally need to make room for this fabric. Because, yeah, I have a ton of fabric and I need to make room for it. Where did my fabric? Where did my leader ender go? My piece of scrap fabric? Oh, it's next to me. It's... Whew. Whew. All right. Let's go back over here and do this. Wait, you lost what the other day? Oh, your leader ender? Yeah. Yeah, your piece of fabric for the leader ender? Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like, really? Really? Why did you mess it up? You forgot to put the back. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's for Mod Todd. Yep. Okay. Step number 3. Take the orange dark blue strips and nest the seams. So we're going to line them up in opposite directions to allow the fabric to line up perfectly. Oh, wait. I skipped a step. Iron each half of the strips open in opposite directions. Okay? So, for example, oh, and I still skipped a wow, what is up with me today? Skipping all these steps. I forgot to cut each of these newly combined strips in half. All right, let's do that first. All right, so we've got, basically we're taking this and we're folding it in half. Now, to maximize the amount of fabric, I'm going to line up the selvages. So you see how I've got that selvage lined up with the inside of this selvage, and then that way you get the most of your fabric. So you can just fold it in half, but if you really want to maximize the most out of your fabric, fold it so that you get those salvages lined up. All right, so there's my orange, just like that. Now, you're going to be a little off on the end, but that's perfectly fine. That is what's going to maximize it. All right, and then last but not least, our third one, just like that. All right, and let's fold that in. Now, iron each of the halves open in opposite directions. So, for example, the orange and dark blue. I'm going to iron this one towards the orange, and then I'm going to iron this one towards the blue. Okay? And then they're in opposite directions. So I'm going to do that. We're going to set this aside. I'm going to bring over my ironing again, and I'm going to get everything ironed out, ready to go, and then I'll show you how we cut them. All right. Let's bring my contraption back. And then this one, I am ironing towards the orange. Now, remember, whenever you're ironing strips, no matter what you're ironing, you always want to lock those seams in. And I talked about this, during all the previous videos as well. But that's why I do that quick iron before I actually iron this, and that's to lock those seams in. So then that way, your fabric doesn't stretch too much as you're ironing it. There we go. Here's this one. And yes, I do use steam. I love steam. Steam, steam, steam. There we go. While I'm doing this, in 2 weeks, the Thursday just before Christmas, I am going to be streaming on YouTube. We're going to be filming tutorials. Are there any tutorials that you really, really want? I am thinking the biggest one that's been asked so far is ways to store your fabric. So different ways you can store your fabric. I can talk about the different systems that I use, different systems that I've heard of. I can show how you can wrap the fabric onto comic boards and onto those fabric things that I have. I can show you how to do it, and then I can talk about the clips that I use. Is that something that you guys would want? I probably will have time to do 2 quick tutorials. Is there something else that you've been looking for in a tutorial that you want? Now, of course, if you're not watching this live, if you're watching this in the replay of the live, feel free to comment, because I could still go back and see it. That's one of the nice things that YouTube versus Twitch has, is Twitch you're allowed to make comments while it's live. If you go back and watch a replay, you can't comment on stuff. YouTube, you can. It's great. Anyone? Oh, I guess no. I guess everyone's working hard then. If no one's commenting on what they want in videos. But that's okay. I'll take a look at the comments later. That's the only thing when we do tutorials, right? People are working hard. Remove that. Yeah, it's not even warm. My mat's not warm at all. It's not wet. It's not warm. It's great. Okay. Step number 3. We're going to, let's start the orange and dark blue. So that was the first one that I had. So we're going to take the orange and dark blue and nest the seams. Now, nesting the seams is extremely important with our patterns. Nesting the seams is when you line it up so that, if you look at the picture, so that the seams go in opposite directions. Okay, so just like that. And if you nest that seam, that's going to be a perfect point every single time. Now it's important to nest the seams here so that we can cut 2 of the same exact ones at the same time. So in this case, we're going to nest these seams. Use your fingers, kind of feel, wiggle around, make sure you got it in there. So use your fingers, and then we're going to cut 4 sets. So we're going to cut 8 of the orange and blue. So 4 sets of 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to cut 1 set of the 1.5. There we are. And the rest of this I can set aside. All right, and let me throw this part away. Now, whenever I am finished cutting these, I like to lay them out like this. So I like to put them into 2 different piles, and then that way it's easy for me to grab it based upon the way that the seams are pointing. So in this case, they're pointing towards the blue. In this case, it's pointing towards the orange. And then I'm going to set that aside. All right, so let's do the other 2. We've got the orange and yellow. So let's line these up. Come on. There we are. We've got that. Now, orange and yellow, we are doing 4 sets. Okay, so 4 sets of the 2.5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6 sets of the 1.5. Now remember, I talked about this in the first video. Whenever you're using a stripology ruler, you take the line and line it up with the seam. Don't line it up with the top or the bottom. It's the seam that you want to keep an eye on. So I said 6 sets, right? Yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And the rest I can set aside. This is trash. And I can make my 2 different piles. Okay, there's 4 of those and 6 of those. Now, the last one is the green and the blue. Oh, this one's an easy one. It's just 1 set. There we are. one set of the 2.5s, and then 2 sets of the 1.5. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so 2 sets of the 2.5. 1, 2, and then 1 set of the 1.5. And there it is. Now we've got all of our pieces cut. Now, the next step is number 4. We're going to lay our pieces out. This is the fun part. So let's lay our pieces out. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you really quickly here. And then let me move this over just a touch. You'll see some of it over here, but you may not see it all. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be laying out all of my pieces just like this. And then that way, as I am laying them out onto my pumpkin area here, it's easy for me to grab them and put them in place. So let me go ahead and do that. So there's blue. Here's orange. You notice how the more we do this, the faster we're going. It's because all of my patterns are the same. All the blocks are the same. The only things that are different is what it's asking you to cut and what it's asking you to do. But the technique is all still the same. Everything is basically the same. There we are. And we've got that. All right, so we can put away our cutting ruler. We can put away the rotary cutter. And now we can start laying pieces out. Now, whenever we're laying them out, it is important that you keep an eye on these arrows. So if we take a look at row number 9, I'm actually going to go to the bottom to the top. That way it's easy for me to do that. Oh, I don't have any things I have to worry about the arrow for 9. All right, so let's talk about the alternating things. All right, so let's do that. And in this case, I need an orange and a blue. Now remember how I stated it's important to nest these seams. And if you read the instructions, it says always make sure the seam is facing the direction of the arrow. If the seam is facing up or down, make sure the piece next to it is nested. We talked about those nested seams. In this case, it's going towards the orange. So I want to make sure that this one is going towards the blue. That means that this one needs to go towards the orange. And then this one needs to go towards the blue. And this is what I mean. See how that seam points towards that blue? So we have to make sure it's just like that. And then we have that piece. And then this piece right here. In fact, let's move these over just a touch to make sure we get all of this in frame. All right. And that's our row number 9. All right, row number 8. And I'm going to keep on going until we get to... Oh, we don't have any in this one, do we? Oh, wait, no, row number 5. Okay, so I'm going to start laying pieces out. I'm going to speed up the video. When we hit row number 5, I'm going to pause, and we're going to take a look at making sure how we place those pieces correctly. All right, row number 8. Okay, I've got that one, and there, there. Okay, that's going towards the orange, so we need to go towards the yellow, and then here, and then there towards the orange, so we need to go towards the yellow, and then here, and then there, and then last but not least, our little guy over on the end. All right, row number 7. Now, I am, because we're going to do this over 2 weeks, I will move this to a piece of batting so that it's already set. That's towards the... Oh, wait, nope, wrong one. I'll move it to a piece of batting to make sure that it all stays together so I don't have to relay this out again next week. Oops, there we are. We need that one. And then orange. I don't have a piece of paper on it like I normally do, so I'm using my finger. All right, so this is this way, so I can just double check to make sure that each piece is correct. Now in this case, I did the same thing, towards the orange, towards the yellow. And then here, and orange, and then yellow, and then there. And it's starting to run off, but that's okay. Orange and blue. Perfect. And then row number 6. There we are. We've got that. For anyone that is sewing along with me, any questions, any concerns, or everyone that's doing the quilt along, you're old hats by now, right? And we've got here. There. 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 Okay, perfect. And okay, row number 5. This is where we pause and we talk about it. So row number 5, we have this piece right here that we need to start out right there with. But the arrow for row number 5 goes towards the right. So that means with that, I need to make sure that this blue and orange piece goes towards the orange. So it needs to go this way to match it. And I went ahead and I just grabbed a piece, and it happens to be the one that goes towards the orange. So I'm going to lay that right there. When I get to the end piece, this orange and blue, I'm going to go towards the blue. So keep in mind, keep those arrows in your mind when you're thinking about this and you're laying these pieces out. So I'm going to speed up the video again, and then we'll come back and I'll talk about making sure that we assemble those vertical pieces, or no, horizontal, horizon. That we put those horizontal pieces together. Okay, so that is row number 5. Miss Elvain, yes! Exclamation right. All right, so that is our last. Uh-oh. Did I not cut enough orange pieces? Do I have a mistake? Oh, I didn't cut enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only cut 8. I miscounted. I needed 12. Man, I miscounted. Alright, so I haven't sped up the video yet because I just realized I miscounted. I need 4 more oranges for the 2.5 inches. So, super easy. It's my mistake. Let me grab my ruler. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I know I've got a small ruler around here somewhere. That way it doesn't disturb everything. Okay, there we are. And there. Yeah, so if you realize that, oh, hey, my instructions are correct, but however, I apparently can't read, just grab it and recut the pieces, and you're fine. Okay, so now we're going to speed everything up, and then we'll come back, and I will show you those horizontal pieces. Okay, so we've got that. So this is row number 5. Row number 5. Got that one. Okay, so I need this. That right there. That's towards the orange. So I need to go towards the yellow. And this piece right here. And then that one right there. That's going towards the orange. So I need to go towards the yellow. And then that piece right there. And then towards the blue. Fantastic. Row number 4. Is that piece there. Now, if you're watching live, if you normally don't watch me on Twitch, you may want to tune in next Monday What day is today? Today's the 9th, so whatever day that would be, December 9th, 2021. Because we are going to be playing bingo. For St. Jude, it's going to be some amazing, amazing stream with some amazing prizes that you can get. It's just, I love the bingo streams. Everyone always seems to have a lot of fun with the bingo streams. They're just a lot of fun. They're seriously a lot of fun. Okay, and then here, and then there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Let me move this whole thing down so you can see what is happening. 3, 4. I should have moved this up to make more room. There, 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 and then here. Okay, whoops. All right, and then row number 2 is here. I'm going to put row number 1 out while I'm at it because I'm doing all the blues. There and there. It's easier for me sometimes when I'm doing that. Hold on. I did it again. I cut 1 set and I was supposed to cut 2 sets. Oh, look what I did. I cut 2 sets of this and 1 set of that. It was supposed to be reversed. It was supposed to be 2 sets of this and 1 set of that. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to recut this into a 1.5. Man, I am just not following directions today. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so I've got that. Whoops. Oops. There we go. Okay. So I've got that. Oh, there's my green. 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 Let's make sure that, yep, that is the correct side. And that goes up there like that. And then blue, blue. Blue, blue. And then the very top, I need to do that. And towards the green, so that guy needs to go towards the blue. And here and here. Alright, so why do I have an extras of these? Did I just forget to take them off? 7 and yep, I forgot to take them off. Okay, yep, they go over there. Perfect. Okay, so everything looks good. Yes, yes, yes. All right, I think we're good. Fantastic. All right, after you lay out all of your pieces, you should have 3 pieces left. Totally okay. You didn't mess anything up. You should have these 3 pieces left, and that is totally fine. We're going to take these, we're going to set these aside with everything else to make sure that, that we can use those for future blocks. We're done with 2 pages already. Next, page number 3, number 5. Now, you notice right here, sew together the 2 pieces that need to be assembled horizontally. You may be asking, Toni, why did we not just cut a 1.5 inch strip of green and a 1.5 inch strip of orange, sew those together to cut those 2 pieces? That would be simpler, right? Well, in the entire quilt along, this is the only place that orange and green are together. So I didn't want to waste an entire strip of green, an entire strip of orange, just to get these 2 pieces. So even though it seems like this is a little bit more work, it's actually saving you time and fabric. So at this point, what you want to do is take these 2 pieces right here and I'm going to line them up. You don't need to pin them because there's no seams. I'm going to go ahead and sew these, iron these, and then put them back into place. So I'm going to do the sewing and ironing off camera. You'll just see me put them back into place. And then we'll go ahead and get started with sewing the rows together. Okay. All right, let me do this really quickly. Hello, Marley. Yeah, simple but very wasteful. We don't want to be wasteful. My patterns are wasteful enough as it is. I already get enough people that yell at me that go, oh my god, I have all this extra fabric. What do I do with all this extra fabric? Well, that's what we're going to do at the end of this quilt along, is we're going to talk about what you can do with all this extra fabric. Oh. Okay. Ugh. Now, I forgot to mention, whenever you sew and you iron these, make sure that you iron these pieces in opposite directions, because they're sitting next to each other. We have our green and our green. See how the seam, they're next to each other, so those seams need to be able to nest. They've got to go in opposite directions. All right, so we've got all that laid out now. And that's what we're going to pick up next week. All right, so let me go ahead and set, let's see, I'm going to need that. Let's put all of this away. We're going to do that. All right, I'm going to set this up top. We're not going to need this next week. Ugh. All right, and then here is my batting that I got from the last time that we can use. All right, let's shift this whole thing over. Yes, that's fine. All right, so I learned from the last time, I'm actually layering them a little bit. You'll see whenever I get down to the next area. Because I'm going to roll it. I'll roll it a little bit. It is, if you overlap it just a touch, you make sure that you fit them all in there. And it's a smaller piece. So you see how I'm layering that in there? So I've got that. There, and then there. So see how I'm overlapping it just a touch? Perfect. Now, after I get this all laid out, I'm going to do my intro and outro for block number 3 and block number 4. Maybe it's depending upon time. I may even do block number 5 for the retro gaming quilt along that we did last year. No, not last year. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I keep saying last year. I'm losing a year. Oh my, yes, Miss Elvain. Like, do you know how many I've broken myself just because I have forgotten to change my foot? Because I use the 1/4 inch foot with guide so often. And I'll do, like, not even the zigzag stitch, but, like, if you do an applique stitch, a blanket stitch. So if you do a blanket stitch, that's also where it goes up, up, and then over. That breaks your needle. So, yeah, that's fun. Here we are. And then last but not least, I'm really happy that the person that suggested this came up with this. This was a great idea. Alright, and then this whole thing gets folded over. And then Very gently. There we are. And now it's ready for next time. Okay. So, let me set this up there for next Thursday. Perfect. Stay. Don't go anywhere. All right. Ready for close-up camera for intros and outros? All right, let's do this. All right, this camera can go off. I'll put this one kind of away. Yeah, oh, Sapphire, you weren't here for that. Yeah, exactly. It's just a piece of batting. So it's basically you can take your project of what you're working on and just lay it out on the batting and then roll it up and it's fine. It doesn't crease, it doesn't fold, it doesn't do anything. And it keeps it there. It's great. All right. There we are. And then we're undoing our clip. If I hit the microphone, oh, I'm sorry. I hit the microphone, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mic check. Mic check. It's a mic check. Okay. Check, check. Checking the mic. Checking the mic. Sorry. Sorry. Mic check. I'm sorry, Juliet. Mic check. That is streaming 101. Don't touch the mic. Okay. Oops. There we are. Nope, not that one. That's not what I want. Let's go here. Oh, you know what I should have done? Yeah. Yeah, let's go higher. And then I can go behind and then down. Oops. There we go. All right, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Oh, hey, I didn't do a bad job with my... Oh, yeah, no, I messed up towards the bottom. Yep. Yep. I can't see myself whenever I do my braids, so I never know if it's straight or not. Okay, and then that goes there. And then keep in place. Okay. And then, ooh, I think I may have gotten it the first try. All right, let's see. Let's see if I got this the first try. Ready? Ready? Oh, nope, nope, nope. Gotta go to the right. Okay. So, to the right a touch, and up. Okay. Is that... Yeah, I think that's good. Now, of course, I'll move that. Oh, for those of you, if you want to see what I put that on, this is a huge... 6-foot arm that I've got attached to a thing over there, and this is what I use for the Mac cam, and then during Twitch this is what I use for my close-up cam, so that I've got that. I've got 2 camcorders. The one I normally don't use during Twitch because it's a pain in the rear, and it's oh hey, let me hit stop so I can re-record each of these and new ones. It's a pain in the rear because the power button doesn't quite work. So I want to make sure that, you know, that, oh, I got to get my quilt. Okay, hold on. I forgot to do this part. I have to iron the quilts. So I remembered yesterday that I don't have to use my finished quilt. I've got this thing. All right, so this is going to be the black mage one. So it's the dark mage. So let me iron this and fold it. Okay. Come here, come here, come here. If you want technology to function, contact... you know what? I'm just going to place my whole... Let's just iron this whole thing. Let's just use my towel. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I can just move the towel. There we go. I just want to make sure that I got most of the wrinkles out. Because it's just, this quilt is just so big. It's hard to lift and move. Nice. What'd they do so for those of you that are like, okay, what is she talking about? Miss Elvain's brand new Aliso iron was having issues. It was randomly going up and down, and she couldn't figure out why. So she was like, okay, let me contact support because I just got this, and it looks like support helped. Yay. Oh, so they didn't do anything yet? Oh. There we go. And there it is. Oh, let me get that little fuzz off. There we go. Perfect. Oh. So you sent them a serial number, but of course, because you've contacted tech support, now it's doing it. Is that the moral of the story? Because you contacted tech support, it now works? Okay, so let's do this one. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me hit record. Start recording. Okay, so now I'm recording for this. All right, let's do so I have to do intro, then outro, then funny faces. Okay. And block 3. Hi, I'm Toni, and welcome to block number 3 of the Retro Gaming Quilt Along. Now, remember, I initially recorded these a few years ago, and I recorded them on Twitch Live. So there's lots of interaction, there was lots of chatting, there was lots of extra stuff happening and going on. And a lot of people found it hard to watch for the actual tutorial. So what I've done is I've gone back through, I've edited the whole thing, made it easier to watch, and easier to find the information that you need. And of course I put timestamps below so that you can figure out exactly where the things are. Now, I forgot to mention, we are making the Dark Mage block as block number 3. So let's get to it. Okay, so there we go. Tattling on it makes it work? Yeah, I can imagine. All right. Yeah, I have no clue, Miss Elvain. I have no clue. And that's our Dark Mage block. Isn't he cute? Hey, look at the little Dark Mage. Aww, he's so cute. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned how to make a Dark Mage block. Don't forget to like this video, follow my YouTube, as well as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, my Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group. I said YouTube, right? Follow my YouTube. Twitch, where I stream live, and I also stream live here on YouTube. Check out my schedule when I post them on Mondays if you want to catch me live and interact. Okay, stupid faces. Ready? Man, look at these little threads everywhere. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's stop that one. And the next one, so that was block number 3. The next one, block number 4, is the Mario coins. So, let me get that ironed out. I've got enough layers on there. It's not going to go to my cutting mat. There we go. Perfect. Get all of this out. There we are. Man, all the threads. And there's my coins. So this is block number 4 for the retro gaming quilt along. Okay, ready? Let's do this. You know what? I may have time to just record all of these for the whole thing. And then if you are a member, I may just sit over the next 2 weeks and just edit a whole bunch of these in order to get them done. And if you're a member, you can have access to them early if you want them. Just saying, getting them done. Because literally these videos take something like 5 or 6 hours a piece to edit. They're even longer than what it took to actually film them because it was so bad that yeah. Anyways, okay. Hi, I'm Toni, and today we are doing block number 4 for the retro gaming quilt along. Now block number 4 is the coins. And this is recorded a few years ago, live on Twitch, where we had a lot of interaction, a lot of things going on, and then I posted it up on YouTube. Now, some people are having problems following the tutorial because of all that extra stuff. So what I've done is I've edited it down as much as I can so that it's more bearable in order to watch the tutorial. So let's get to it. Okay. And that is the coin block. I hope you learned something today, more specifically how to make a coin block with the retro gaming quilt along. Don't forget to like this video, follow my YouTube, as well as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group. TikTok I do sometimes, Pinterest I hardly ever do, and Twitch, where you can watch and interact with me live, And I also stream live here on YouTube. So feel free to, when you follow my social media, keep an eye on it on Mondays where I post my live schedule that you can come and hang out with me. Okay. All right, stupid faces. Oops, nope, not that way, this way. There we go, that's what I want. Man. Okay, next. All right, anything you guys want me to do tonight? Whew. Okay, that is the coins. Next. Ooh. Okay. Next. Oh, let me hit stop. There we go. I may, you know what? I may just do 2 more and then I'll call it a night. You ready for this? What did we call this one? Alien Parasite? Oh, I gotta look at the website. Okay. What did I call this? Let's see. Patterns. Pattern line. Quilt-alongs. Video game. Masters. Okay, so this one was Alien Parasite. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, Alien Parasite. Let me get all of this off. And then I'll iron it. So I'm going to do this one. So this is block number 5, right? Block. Alien Parasite. Yep, block 5. Fantastic. Past Toni does a good job of making sure that future Toni has all of the info that she needs and she doesn't have to try to remember things. It's great. It's almost like past Toni understands that future Toni has no memory. There we go. And there it is. And this is how big the blocks are for both quilt-alongs. I love it. All right, let's hit record. Start. I'm going to lay this down so I can pick it up for the ending. All right, this one more, and then we're called a night. Ready? Hi, I'm Toni. Wait, hold on. Okay, making sure I hit record. Hi, I'm Toni, and today we're going to take a look at block number 5, the Alien Parasite, for the Retro Gaming Quilt-along. This is a quilt-along that I did a few years ago, and I streamed it all on Twitch. Now, I did upload it to YouTube, but a lot of people were having problems following along because when I stream on Twitch, I tend to talk to the, to the audience, people that are watching. There's all sorts of extraneous things happening, all this stuff going on. And it's a little harder to understand the actual tutorial. So what I've done is I've gone back through and I've edited it as much as I possibly can so that you can see the important parts of the tutorial. It's not great, but I've done as much as I can. So let's take a look at it. Hi. Are you my baby boy? Hi, everyone. I'm a cute baby. I love everyone. Okay. I know. And that is the alien parasite. I hope you learned something today, more specifically, how to make an alien parasite block. Don't forget to like this video, follow my YouTube, as well as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group. I do TikTok sometimes. I hardly do Pinterest, and Twitch, where I stream live, but I also stream live here on YouTube. So check out my social media, and on Mondays I post my live schedule if you want to come and hang out. All right, stupid faces. Ready? Look at how fast we're going with this. So. Oh, I don't want that because I don't want the Little Mermaid tattoo showing. Okay, next. All right, block number 6. This is Miss Elvain's favorite block. Anyone want to take a wild guess what it is? And it's so this quilt right here is actually the one that I've done in the quilt along. Why are you already so tired, sir? Okay, so this we're doing there and there. Perfect. Great. Okay. It's Miss Elvain's favorite block. I think we called these puzzle tetrads. Oh, you went to work today? Oh, I didn't realize you worked today. Was today truck day? All right, let's do. Oh, stop. And start. Okay, because I have to have different recordings for the different. All right, so this is the last one we're doing today, and then we're calling it a stream. Hi, I'm Toni, and today we're going to be making block number 6 of the retro gaming quilt along, the puzzle tetrads. I love this block so much. So this is a quilt along that I did a few years ago, and I did it live on Twitch, and it was great. I loved it, and then I uploaded on YouTube. And a lot of people were having problems trying to get to the actual tutorial part of it. They were having some problems following along. So what I did is I have edited it. I've tried to cut out a lot of the extraneous stuff because I do a lot of talking to everyone. There's like all sorts of things happening. I try to cut all that down. And by cutting it down, I've gotten to the actual tutorial part, and I've tried to make it easy and simple to follow. So it's not perfect, but I've done the best that I can. So let's go ahead and make our puzzle tetrads. Okay. Wait. Tomorrow's Friday. They're doing truck day on Friday. Okay. And that's our puzzle tetrads. Yeah! I know. If it was really the game that it was based upon, then these would all disappear. And next time I design something like this, I should probably put in some like holes or something. But thank you. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me today. Hopefully you learned how to make the puzzle tetrads block. Don't forget to like this video, follow my YouTube, as well as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, my Quite Nerdy Quilters Facebook group, Twitch, where I stream live, and you can join me, and I also stream live here on YouTube. So feel free to pop in whenever I'm live and hang out. If you want to see when it is, check my social media on Mondays, and that's when I post my schedule for the week. Okay, stupid faces. My arms are always awkward when I do this. There we go. All right, that's it for today. All right, so while I was talking and doing all that, we had a visitor climb up my fabric stack. Mooncake. Hey, come here. Do you want a treat? I don't have the cat treats down here. Someone took them. Someone took my cat treats. They're upstairs, aren't they? Come here, Papa. Come here. I know, Marty. I know, the kitty cats. Let's go get the new kitty cat so everyone can see the new kitty cat. Oh my gosh. Ready? Let's go see the new kitty cat. Oh, I didn't realize I moved the camera when I was grabbing the other one. Hi. Look at you, king of the hill up there, ma'am. Oh my gosh. This is Mooncake. Hi. She's our new Black Panther. So now we have two house panthers. Are you my new house panther? Oh, Miss Olivia down there. Hi. Are you being a jelly? Are you being a jelly girl? Okay, come here. All right. Miss Olivia's being a jelly girl down there. All right. I promise I will get the treats so that you can have one tomorrow. Hi, Miss Jelly Girl. Are you getting your surgery tomorrow? Yeah. She's getting her surgery to get herself spayed tomorrow. Such a good girl. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Such a good girl. Oh, my gosh. You are the bestest girl. She's going to get her nails trimmed tomorrow, too. She's a very good girl. Yeah. They're so very cute. Did I hit the... Oh. I'm sorry. Did I hit the mic? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do a mic check. I'm sorry. All right. And that's... Oh, hold on. Miss Thing probably wants to go and cuddle with... Do you like the doggies? Do you? Are you a cuddler? All right, come here. Come here, Miss Cuddler. Oh, my gosh. Hi. Are you my good girl? You are my good girl. I love you. I love you, my panther. I love you. Mwah. Okay. All right. Oh, Miss Olivia is so good. All right. Whew. No, she goes on Monday. So she goes to the vet on Monday in order to see if she's a girl. So we'll see. And for those of you that weren't here before, Obsidian, our big house panther, was supposed to be a girl. And then we went to the vet, and the vet's like, no, it's a boy. I'm like, oh, okay. So, Thanks, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be streaming starting at 1 o'clock. And we're going to be opening all these boxes of fabric I got from Northcott, adding them to the website, taking a look at the website, seeing what we can discount and move in order to move some of the stuff out of my studio to make room for all the stuff coming tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, hello and goodbye, Aaron. I'm just heading out. And don't forget, tune into Twitch on Saturday starting at 2 o'clock where we're doing our sewing race. And you get to see what I've decided to make. I'm very excited. Very excited. All right. I'll see you tomorrow on Twitch, everyone.